Hey, Jesse.
Hello, Lindsay.
What are you having to drink right now?
Me?
Yeah.
Jim Jones and moonshine.
So for our Jim Jones episode, we did Jesse bought a box of Flavor Aid. I'm not going to put my name on that one. But so now it is officially called the Jim Jones and what did you say? Vodka?
Moonshine. I made my own liquor.
Jim Jones and Shine.
Jim Jones and Shine. Jim Shine.
Jim Shine.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Well, this is our raw, unfiltered, uncut, unedited recap.
Yes. And we finna fire off. We finna do this. We are fixing to...
Recap.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wrong button.
Hold on. I hit the wrong button. Oh, here it goes. I guess I'm not editing. Either way, it's party. I'm really thinking maybe I had a little bit too much shine before we started shining already.
Well, this is called Drunk About Something Recap. So I'm drinking a Blackberry White Claw.
You are.
And so Jesse, recapping on Grant Amato. What did you think of that story?
Me, myself, and I really thought that was some fucked up shit, Lindsay.
Well, yes, it was. But elaborate. What were your other thoughts? So I did make Jesse watch the Control Alt Desire documentary.
Yeah,
it's a 3-episode documentary. And what did you think about that?
I'm trying to get the gears rolling here. I'm trying to get the gears rolling. Because I'm in Popcorn Sutton over here right now. I got my whole lacquer going, my homemade lacquer. No,
that's Shine that you made.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it is horribly a tragic story of somebody that feeds into a kid that never decided to fully grow up and accept his own responsibilities
At all.
And then he took advantage of everybody else and didn't care who he's bringing down with it because of his addiction over a woman that just was doing her job, I guess.
Well, see, I think it started with the fact that, okay, so Grant nor Cody, okay, they were very close, but they were two very different individuals.
They were completely different individuals.
But Grant was very codependent, and he needed Cody to keep him in the right direction. And when that failed, he split off. But I think it all started with, okay, so in our house, when you turn 16, just like Jesse and I did, you get a job, which we had jobs younger than that, but it's not allowed anymore.
Yeah.
But you get a job, and that's when you learn to pay for your own cell phone bill, and then you save money for a car. And then at that point, like 2 out of 4 of my boys have, they got their jobs, they got their phone, they got their car payment, insurance, they pay for that. And then they also start buying their own food because they got that money in their hand and they want to go get Zaxby's. They want to go get Taco Bell.
They're earning their way. Yeah.
They want to DoorDash
literally
pizza at 11 o'clock.
On the way to the river today, I pointed out to a field and said, I used to pick tobacco over there when I was 14. It was like, that's
and I started
what we did,
babysitting at 13.
Yeah.
And and my parents required me to buy my own little extra toiletries that I wanted for myself, like my Bath and Body Works. Yeah, that's when the addiction started. It was 13, still going, almost 43.
Your addiction.
My addiction, yes.
It wasn't a cam model there.
No. No, if I ain't got the money for it, I don't buy it. But I always have the money for it, so I always buy it.
So around that time, I was starting to get addicted to music, and I need guitars. I need to, then I need to create a band. I want to play I want to make music.
But even younger than that, we started having them do chores in the house. We started having them take out the trash, wash the dishes. They had a chore wheel. One would sweep the floors. One would load the dishwasher. My oldest, without even being prompted, would vacuum every single day.
That's the independence we're trying to teach our human beings in our house.
But guess what? Grant and Cody were not made to do those type of things.
No.
Where Cody was a very responsible human being, Grant was not. And you have to lay down a foundation of, and I'm not saying, because I still have a child that does not take responsibility but for the most part,
we've done the best we could. They're going to be who they are,
That child would rather run away from home than wash a dish. And that's what we dealt with in his teenage years.
Literally did that one time.
More than once.
Literally left. I mean, we had Amber Alert over wash the dishes and clean up the house. Amber Alert, like 6 hours later. This kid's completely gone, trying to leave the county.
Yes.
Wow.
Did leave the county.
over doing some home chores.
Yes. Yeah. Some home chores. And because he had gotten in trouble at school that day. So I was like, okay, you better start cleaning up the house. Like, I was gone. Like, I was getting off work. It was right before our youngest son's birthday. I was at the Dollar Tree getting some party supplies. And I get a call that my second child has gotten in trouble in school. So I called him on my oldest phone and said, hey, if you want to try to redeem yourself from this trouble you've got into, you better start cleaning the house and I'll be home soon. He literally took off on my third child's bike and left the county.
Crazy.
Yeah. 17-mile walk ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, ditched the bike in the woods. I mean, it was a whole thing. It was a mess. And that is how some kids are. But at the same time, for the rest of the family, and even him, was his reaction to responsibility and chores.
Yeah.
But for the rest of them, it taught them responsibility. The others are not dependent on us for our money. They don't have access to our money. They help out in the house. And even with the 20-year-old, I still got to do a little reminder here and there. Hey, it's Wednesday. I got to take out the trash. It's Friday. You got to clean your bathroom.
We have structure,
Yeah.
It's good to have structure.
And we do the same shit every week.
In reflection to the Amato family, it was just like, there was no structure. Mm-mm. Everybody in the whole family. Enabling. I think mommy had a lot to do with that. I think the mom really had a lot to do with it.
And no victim blaming here, but
we're not, because she was a victim, and it's horrible. It really is horrible.
Very horrible.
And our analysis
and this dude has no remorse. I mean, you watch the documentary.
He doesn't care.
He has no remorse.
He needed help years ago. In his teens, you could tell. Mm-hmm. You could tell. This kid really needed help. And I call him kid. He's 40 now, probably, right?
Let's see. Hold on. He was born in the 80s, so he's close to our age.
Yeah. So, but like watching the documentary and all that. I think
he's exactly your age. He was an 81 baby.
Yeah. He had this blah kind of persona, and you could tell he's kind of in his head all the time, and he's trying to be manipulative right in front of you. You can tell by his facial expressions, how he's talking, his mannerisms, everything.
Oh, no, he was born in 89. He's 36.
36.
Yeah.
Okay, well, still.
Close enough. I think Jody Arias was your age. That's why that was on the break. She was in 81. Yeah.
But yeah, he has a 43-year-old haircut, so I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, he was
balding in his 20s.
He was 29 when the tragedy happened, and his receding hairline was back here in
we're not making fun of his, genetics, whatever, but still.
No, that sucks.
It sucks. But just his personality and everything was really just drawn back, just had this blah attitude about his mannerisms and the way he talked. You could tell he was looking at you and trying to manipulate you right in front of you. Mm-hmm. You could tell it, though. It was an easy call for me. Needed help probably in his teens.
Well, like he even said it. And he even said, for 27 years, he didn't get in trouble and he did the right thing. And then when he first got kicked out of his nurse ethnicist program, that was when it was a downward spiral from there, because he was cut off from what he literally calls his lifeline.
I think a mortician would have been better for him because he had that kind of persona, you know? Wouldn't it? Did you see mortician type persona? Like, he should have just locked himself in a basement and then, like, you know,
if he'd have had more of
a
upbeat personality, like the twitching, the gaming thing might have worked.
Yeah, because I mean, you can see on there like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" Right. And he's playing his video game, and he's just talking like this, plain monotone, just blah. You're not going to get a lot of followers. Sorry. And then to latch on to a female in Bulgaria, right, and just be like, "I'm completely infatuated and in love with you, and I'm going to spend every dollar that I can take and steal and whatever just to make you like me." That's basically what it was. So yeah, using our own families, everything that's going on with us and our family, in contrast to what everything was going on in their family. Right. It's two different worlds. I mean, we have structure, and you know, we're trying to make them be accountable.
And sometimes, like I said, household, it still doesn't work if that kid doesn't take that.
Yeah, and we know which ones to look out for. Right. We have a wayward kid too, so we know what to look out for. And as far as, listeners go, also look out for that. We're trying to spread the common knowledge of just human nature. And some people just don't get off that nest the right way,
And it sucks because, especially when like we did every outlet that we could find in our town, in our county, that would have some help. But like, even Grant's family took him to therapy, but he didn't participate. And I related to that because I've taken mine to therapy and they didn't participate,
Yeah. Well, we also had, like their biological father step in and then kind of mess up some certain things that we had set up.
So many things.
And that cost us a lot of money. Me and your relationship had a lot of strain on that. Yes. Or strain because of it. And it's just, we're trying. We're doing the best we can because we can't do anything else. But physically, emotionally, we were just spent, and we kept on striving for that greatness. And that's all you can do as a parent.
And I really just, when you look at it as somebody who does not have a problem until they're 27, like, what do you do? What can you, because they're a grown ass person. And what was crazy was in the documentary, like they say that he ran away, after they got back from Japan. I'm like, you don't run away when you're 27. You just left the house.
Don't live at your house when you're 27. Red flag there.
But Cody did, and Cody was successful.
He was stacking up money, and they probably had their own space. That was a nice house.
Very nice house that you could tell his parents worked very hard to afford.
That to an extent.
That's twice the size of what we live in.
Yeah. I get that to an extent. If
we have
if you have the means to, and you want to keep your family close, that's fine. I understand that.
Well, what their goal was they wanted to stay in that home after their parents moved to Tennessee. But that was their plan. By
that time, he was already about $215,000 that he had stolen from his family.
No. That was the plan before all that started.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the plan. Like, him and Cody had already planned on taking over that home.
I'm just saying when he ran away.
The mortgage was...
Whenever he did the runaway thing.
When he did the runaway.
He had done.
But the mortgage on that home was probably pretty much paid off. And, Chad and Margaret had been paying for this house in Tennessee.
They're reaching for retirement.
Yeah, that was where they were going to move. And Grant and Cody wanted to stay in Florida, do their thing together. And Grant messed all of that up.
Yeah, he stole all the retirement.
Chad had to remortgage the house.
And he started dabbling in his brother's money, too. And he's just ruining everybody's life and then took everybody's life. What?
Oh, and I did want to say, so it was my mistake. I said that the friend that had went with them on their trip to Japan's name was Oliver. His name was Jericho. I did want to correct that. Yes. So he stole from Margaret, Chad, Cody, Jericho, and Aunt Donna and Uncle Troy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And had taken out, a $60-something thousand loan against
the mortgage of the house.
The mortgage.
What the fuck?
That's so much money just to give this girl, who, by the way, they did find and talk to briefly. She didn't want
anything to do with it, you know? She really didn't. She was like, I don't want anything to do with it. And she was just like, done. And that was the way I would be. I would be like, I'm just trying to make money and do my job. Like, it really ruined her life, too.
Well, that's what she said.
Yeah.
She said, you know, I mean, and that's, you know, this is, I mean, so she said that it caused her a lot of stress. It caused her a lot of grief. It ruined her whole little thing there. And she had to go to therapy. But my guess is probably all the other men in that community heard about, because Grant did write them a letter.
Right.
Then they probably heard about what he did to his family. And then that took away all of her community that was
they all dipped out.
Life.
They all dipped out.
They all dipped out.
Yeah. They were just like done.
And it wasn't any fault of hers.
You know what was really strange to me? Like, okay, she didn't really send her physical address, her full physical address, right? But they're trying to search and find Sylvie over there in Bulgaria. And it was like a project looking type building that they narrowed it down to a building.
Where they lived, it's a huge metropolis. I mean, Sophie was huge. You seen the pictures.
Yeah. It was just stacked up huge buildings, and it's just how, but if you're making that much money, she should have had her a cool ass villa.
She got $200,000 from Grant alone.
And then there's a stack of dudes in there. If they're just shucking just $1,000 a piece, I mean, she's making some money. It's insane.
I mean, like I said, like you saw in the documentary, they show where there was like a little competition going where Grant would be the highest tipper.
Oh yeah. And she'd play that game. That was her job, you know?
Yeah.
She was probably raking in $100,000 a week doing that.
Well, you have, because that $200,000 was in the 6 month period. 6 month period. That's $200,000.
I could not fathom that when we were actually doing the podcast on that. I couldn't even fathom that was only I'm thinking that this is years because of his age and all this stuff. No.
6 months.
6 fucking months.
Right.
About $260,000 in 6 months. Ruined everybody's life. And just murdered his fucking family. Just insane.
Because they were like, no, you're going to stop this. Mm-hmm. And they, and then Chad and Cody had emailed her and told her the truth. They're like, Deus Lights is bullshit. Grant is a loser sitting at home in the bedroom playing games all day and talking to you.
The Deus Light fake persona that he had made, it wasn't him at all. But he felt good about himself. Hey.
But guess what? Yeah. Grant continued while he was in prison.
Yeah.
He found another online persona that went by Kitty, correct? That was what,
he hooked up with her and had this whole,
and she was on the documentary, but she was, they like hide her identity completely.
And she knew it was fake. She knew that like, this is just him, we're going to enjoy each other. We're going to have our conversations, but this isn't real. But he was infatuated with her.
Well, no, because she did tell her parents that she was in a relationship with a man in jail for murdering his family.
Yeah, and they disapproved too.
Because he said to the filmmaker, his name is, hold on real quick.
That was doing
Colin.
Yeah.
Archdeacon.
And he's doing in jail calls with a burner phone or a butt phone, whatever got smuggled in. Yeah. Burner butt phone. His butt burning phone.
His butt burning phone. It was if you put a phone in your butt, it's gonna be burning.
Yeah, Preparation H phone. And then like he's doing like video calls, like different phones, and he just kept popping in. And
so he has some pull in prison, and we are going to talk more about that in our episode on Friday. I apologize. It is storming here in Florida. Well, it's coming. Like the thunder is rolling.
It is. I love it.
And
I want to take a nap. Can I take a nap in the middle of the recap? Nap in the recap. Come on. But like everything that he was doing just was still going. He's found a way. He's still found a way in prison after being tried, after
serving 3 life sentences.
After his sentence, he still latched back onto the same shit. And then women came to him. Mm-hmm. That's what I don't understand. How do women come to that drama? and want to try to take that. Were they trying to fix it?
And we're going to talk about that in the episode on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a topic.
Huge
that we will,
cliffhanger. Huge cliffhanger. Lindsay left us with a huge cliffhanger, so you guys got to check that out.
And listen, I'm telling y'all right now, I had no idea about that cliffhanger. Like I said, I heard this case several years ago. It happened in 2019. I heard about it in about 2020, 2021. I had no idea while I was researching that case to talk about that was going to pop up. I had no idea that I was going to be covering the person that I'm covering on Friday till last week. I had zero. She was not on my agenda.
So as far as podcasts go,
she was not on my agenda at all. I discovered that while researching.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, as far as podcasters go and true crime and everything, we're fucking forefronting this one, which is amazing. So check that out this Friday.
There's only one other podcaster that has any content on that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not leading it.
No.
There's
some YouTubers, but as far as like audio podcast goes, there's only one other person. But there is a lot of law and crime docs and coverage on what we're going to talk about on Friday.
Well, that's going to be so cool. I can't wait.
It is going to be a short one because it is recent, so there hasn't been a documentary about it. There hasn't been...
We can't drag up all the juice.
Right. We can't drag up all the juice just yet.
We're just gathering some moisture.
Yeah.
On it.
We're gathering the moisture, and we're gathering the facts that are out there as of 2025.
So I feel like after we do this one this Friday, there's going to be some stuff later on also.
We'll probably revisit it in a couple years, actually. It takes a couple of years.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what pops out on that one.
Because this documentary about Grant just came out in 24. So...
Wow. Yeah.
23 or 24 or something like that.
What did I say? Recent Reese's Pieces. Reese's
Pieces recent.
That's what I said. That's cool. Like, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Yes. Yes. Lindsay. Yes.
So, yeah. Okay. So that we're going to wrap up our recap so we can get started on our next episode.
Yeah.
And so this is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day.
Yes.
We love y'all. Please keep listening. Follow us. Lindsay Standby, Jesse Standby. Follow us on drinkaboutSomething.site. Keep listening. Send us messages. Give us feedback. We are definitely we look forward to any feedback, positive or feedback, positive or negative. Let us know. We're still growing.
And check out the bands. Goodness gracious.
Definitely check out the bands. Follow all of them.
Check out the bands.
Yes. Make you a playlist.
It's all about the bands.
It's all about the bands for Jess.
It's all about the bands and the nookie. And the cam models. And, And the stories and the... Okay, it might be about the alcohol, okay? But either way. We'll see you guys this Friday.
Yes.
Keep following. Keep on rocking.
Keep on rocking in a free world.
And we love you.
So much. Bye.